Noonday Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they'll look to attack, but with efficiency. They want to push the action, but they also want to make the most out of their possessions. They feel that's the key to being
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's...
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. And tonight, two experienced teams, Chris. We're going to see what's something you learned as a veteran that you wish you had known as you were just entering the NBA.
It's one thing that you could not have learned, and that's pacing. How to pace yourself during the game. As a rookie, you're coming from college, and the game is so slow in college. And when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much. But you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like that. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green is out there with Bradley, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. LeBron passes to Bradley. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Passes to Green from past the arc. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Davis against Westbrook. Here's McGee. Good D by Covington.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Davis finds Green. James outside. Hits the 3-point bomb.
We know his confidence from outside the arc. I mean, James has no fear pulling the trigger when he's feeling it.
Westbrook against Bradley. McGee with the block, and he recovers it. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And here's Bradley from 3. A second chance effort. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Covington. Can't throw it down with one hand.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? You still take them in.
Back to Green. LeBron kicks to Green. Takes the 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Rockets trail by 4.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Well, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward 3s or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them if it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Good work there as it goes.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
LeBron passes to Bradley. Takes a 3. McGee trying to break free. Bradley can't get it to go. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And Harden with the stuff.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here is McGee. Trying to get open is Davis. Second chance shot. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gordon dishes to Westbrook. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for the Rockets. Emmanuel House comes in for Gordon. Count that bucket.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Davis. Pass to Kuzma. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. And finally they hit one. Davis has got 5 now.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Back to Caldwell-Pope. Outside, Davis. Tipped away. Stolen by Westbrook. And here's Harden for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 8.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game. Just a remarkable shooter from deep.
They get it back, and Davis gets it to go.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
Here is Harden. 8 points for him. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Inside and finished off by Davis.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
40 seconds left in the first. Westbrook against Rondo. The 11-footer, and it's sent back by Howard. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive.
And that quick first step that Caldwell-Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Then McLemore comes in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Rivers. 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range. That shot, no good. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain...
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
However, needs to second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's when you get the lead after 1.
And so for the Rockets. Then McLemore is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Chandler. And it's House in at the 3.
For the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Back to Davis. Kuzma passes to Cook. Lakers working the ball around now. Caruso gets the three-pointer to fall. Caruso's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Kuzma outside. Pass to Howard. The shape. The shot, no good. Nice D from Chandler. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. James comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. Houston also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Cephalosha. And Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end.
To the middle. Throws it down. The official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play.
And one.
It's on Tyson Chandler.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I'll tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pick.
Rivers can't get it to go.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
Here's Kuzma. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Rockets trail by 7. It's a floater.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use more to redirect shots.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers. And then for Houston, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chandler. James Harden comes in for Ben McLemore. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, this is the confidence Kuzma plays with. I mean, he feels like he can score on intense defense whenever he wants.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Free throw good, Kuzma.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G.A., I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. Kicks it out to James. Shoots. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by James. Kuzma's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Tucker. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. Kuzma finds Rondo. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on the shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Rockets trail by 10. Timeout called the Rockets. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Westbrook surveying the D.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on that. The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and he sinks the second.
Yeah, and at Utah, Kyle Kuzma was restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now, the wide-open NBA style has unleashed his...
Rondo kicks to LeBron. Lobbed up there for Howard. Rondo finds Howard. The kick out to LeBron. 2 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, this is the type of guy I like. Undrafted to a quality role player. He has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Houston. House is checked in. Here's Davis. Caldwell Pope trying to break free, and it's Davis missing. Rockets trail by 10.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yes, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
24 seconds left in the first half. Knocks down the 3 ball. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
On the wing, James. And James throws it down.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drop.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Subs, superb football. I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Down by 15. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Houston gets called for the foul. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing a oop, I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look and he'd say, "I'll get you an easy one, big fella." I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, "Hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them," and he would pass it to them, and then the next play say, "Now it's your turn. You're open," because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defensive hand. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, "Hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play."
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Oh. Kaya, nag-iinit na si LeBron.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well. An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the pass to James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bradley dishes to McGee. From deep, Green. The Rockets pull it in. Covington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. A shot by Harden, wide open, off target from the wing.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones. But he's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Timeout called the Rockets. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
Some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Alex Caruso comes in for James. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Avery Bradley. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Cephalosha comes in for Robert Covington. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
That lightning quick release, scored and catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And so Cook nails both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Passes it to Rivers. Down low, and Chandler throws it down.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Davis. Chandler with the defensive effort.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And it's Gordon missing. Lakers leading by 17. And stolen by Gordon. McLemore, the pass to Cephalosha. Back to McLemore. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Chandler finds Gordon. And the shot is long. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Ooh. Caruso.
With the one-hand. One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Bad Mamba.
Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely. The Rockets again can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky.
Caruso.
That one's good. Caruso.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul. Some changes for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Quinn Cook. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. Here's Chandler. He kicks it to House. Back to Chandler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers. And that one hits back iron. Lakers leading by 21. Rondo passes to Kuzma. Feeds to Rondo. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And it's Rondo penetrating. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there. Well, I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation to Houston.
Free throw drops for Rivers. And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, reinvigorating his game, and he had one of the best seasons today.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Rivers. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to House. Fires the 3. Rondo with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Howard finds Rondo. Back to Howard. Here's Caruso. Puts up a 3. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Here's Rivers, and it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Tapal.
6 seconds left to play here in the third. Harden's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so it's Los Angeles cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Los Angeles leading by 22. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. Bradley can't get it to go. And for Houston, they're shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Rondo kicks to Howard. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Covington against LeBron. Plays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. Westbrook against Rondo. The shot's good from Westbrook. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Whoa.
How about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. This is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Bradley against Harden. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 5. Over House. Again, the Lakers.
As good as LeBron is at moving the ball, he's not going to pass up the jump shot if it's there for him.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Covington against Caldwell Pope. To the inside. James finds Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. It's LeBron.
Oy.
And finished by LeBron.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron again,
Kaya si LeBron.
It's just par for the course.
Rockets have gone
Kaya.
4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Harden draws the double. Covington wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Rondo.
Foul.
That one's not going to go.
Wala.
The Rockets go the other way with it.
Wala foul yun.
It's Harden with the drive. And Harden with the stop.
But when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Here we go now.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony Davis comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here also for Houston. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Danuel House. Here's James. 11 feet out and he hits it. James has got 20.
The ball handling moves of James are sensational. Effortlessly slicing through the D with his quickness.
Harden against Green. There's the 3. Harden's shot is off.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half and still none since the break.
It's hauled in by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Sends it back.
Not in my house. Gago.
McGee the pass to Davis. Green taking his time here. Three-pointer. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 20, and even 3-on-3 break. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Covington against Bradley. Knocks it loose. Westbrook with the steal.
Gag.
3. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got
Hey,
8
Blau.
points here in this quarter.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Bradley, and he uses the glass on the Lakers. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Westbrook, no good. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jared Dudley's checked in for Anthony Davis. Alex Caruso comes in for LeBron. Daniels is checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Bradley. Here's Clemens. Here's Chandler. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Foul.
It's rebounded by McLemore.
Foul.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And the recognition of McLemore, a team-oriented player who is always looking to dish the rock.
Here is Cook. Here's Dudley. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Frazier. Chandler trying to free himself up. Misses the follow-up. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Okay na. Okay, thank you. Salamat.